This is Dark Matters. And this is the time of the show when an ad plays.
That's right. Let's see what
And
ad I've got. What a shitty way to start a show every time is just to be like, hey, what ad is playing?
Yeah. Mine it's like an ad for Excedrin, but it takes place in the world of like
what?
Overwatch. It takes place in like a video game world where there's like a
if
team.
You're playing a lot of games,
video game ad for
eye
Excedrin.
strain going on, you know.
Can lead to headaches.
We're maybe. Live here on Twitch, the Pack Theater Twitch channel, Pack Theater, a comedy theater in Los Angeles that still exists, although it does not exist. We're still going strong, even though we don't exist.
We are. They can kill our building, but they can't kill our spirit. And Frankie and I bring that to every one of our shows.
Yeah.
And tonight's show is no different.
This is a very special show. If you read the newsletter,
because
if you saw the Facebook invite,
this is often your hosts Frankie and I will guide you through an adventure. But tonight those training wheels are off. This is choose your own adventure. We are not going to choose the adventure for you.
That's right. But now Bilo has prepared this. I don't really know what is going to happen either. You have compiled all the choices, basically. Is that right?
I have compiled all the choices. That is correct.
Boy. So even I don't know what's in store, but my fate is in your hands. I guess as is both of ours. I don't have to eat something gross tonight, do I?
No. No. It's all of the choices will take place in a fantasy world.
Oh. Like a fantasy world based on our show?
No.
Oh. Well, I'm intrigued.
As you should be.
Shout out to our bot,
this is
A10.
This is not just intrigue for
A10 always there with
A10.
us.
A10.
Do you think A10 is like the soul of somebody who really loved comedy and then they just as a tribute just parked their Twitch account in the Pack Theater channel? That's the best possible outcome, right?
Mm-hmm. You think they're dead, you're saying?
I don't know. I hope you're not A10. I always see you here. I would love to hear from you.
818-650.
That's the number.
Dark.
To call. If you want to help choose your own adventure.
Mm-hmm. Anybody can choose an adventure.
What's going on? Let's shoot the shit a little bit. I'm tired. I have children and I'm tired. I've been working a lot.
You have children? I did know that. Got to see Reggie's he's rounding out, He's he's starting to look like a little person. Which I guess all babies do, but
I went and ate in a restaurant for the first time. It was outdoors. It was Sage Vegan Bistro in Pasadena. So
sure, a lovely small chain.
Yeah, small vegan chain with outdoor dining. I actually, because I thought we were going to be out on the patio, I forgot to bring a mask with me. So I did not have a mask to walk through the restaurant. I had to put my shirt up over I had to do this.
Boy.
Probably the only time I've ever forgotten a mask since March 2020. And we just ate outside, and it was...
And
the menu was on a QR code, which I'd never seen before. Apparently all menus are now on your phone. They don't give you menus anymore.
Yep, that's right. Unless you go to Millie's Millie's on Sunset in Silver Lake, in which case it's that restaurant has been operating as if COVID is not real.
They're gonna find
but
out
you
that
still
like
get a
Millie's
nice
is
plastic
actually
menu.
like it's not the Wuhan produce market. It's not the wet market. It was just Millie's in Silver Lake. That's where the and a Chinese tourist ate at Millie's in Silver Lake, and that's where they got COVID.
It's definitely possible based on how like Millie's just does not seem to have ceased have stopped its operations at all. It's
Yeah,
very packed in.
But you're gonna see Biden with
But
like a
people like
podium
those
on
hashtags.
Sunset Boulevard in front of Millie's, like cutting through some French toast, doing a speech.
I love it. I love it. I hope he walks down the street to Pazzo Gelato and gets some ice
Oh
cream.
yeah, go up to Night and Market, get a fried chicken sandwich.
Mm. We could talk about food in Los Angeles all night, couldn't
We
we?
could go across the street
Right,
to the
but
coffee place.
Which coffee place?
The one across the street from Millie's. I forget what it's called. Maybe it's not there anymore.
I forget which one it's.
Other Deck wants to know about the Omikaze box. Bilo, this was your first. People are starting to wander in here. We're just about getting ready to start. Choose your own adventure. This was your first week at work this week.
Yes. This is my first week at work. First week at my new job.
And what are you doing? Can you tell people what you're doing, or is it secret?
I can. No, not really. I'm working at an autonomous vehicle company called Motional. We're hiring. I work on basically the search through the recordings from the autonomous vehicle to identify stuff that is interesting. So a guy in a Bart Simpson costume, for example.
Is that a real example?
That is a real example. There was a guy in a Bart Simpson costume, and that was that was a rare event. Like boobies, no.
So
not like
can
boobies.
the car detect boobies, or can it not detect boobies?
I don't think it can specifically detect boobies. It certainly detects people.
Yeah, well, that would be good. Where are these cars? Can I get in one of them?
Yeah. You can in Vegas. Apparently, they have fully autonomous vehicles running in Vegas with I think a guy there's one person whose hands are just who's there to stop the car if anything goes wrong. And there's just checking looking around. But those are fully autonomous vehicles that are operating in Vegas, and then there are some in. I think there's some in. There's an office in Pittsburgh, an office in Boston, and an office.
How do we get in one of these?
Office in Vegas.
How do we do a show? We got to do a
Singapore.
show from one. Can we go to Vegas and do a show from inside one of these vehicles?
I think so. We'd have to do it on the Strip. They're right on the Vegas Strip. So.
And they just go up and down the Strip. That would be great, and then we could pick people up and interview them.
I think so.
We could be in the autonomous car. You could work, right? And then we could just be in the car. We could yeah. Oh, we could do a cash cab. Oh my god, I would love to do cash cab. Except we'll do Matt. We'll have it be our cryptocurrency Matters coin, and it'll be worthless.
How many Matters? Honestly, it's time to finally release the Matters coin. $ Matters.
Yeah.
Nobody's allowed to release $ Matters except for us in our initial coin offering. They're just so wonderful.
Bilo, you should really pitch. You should pitch this as at work and get them to pay us to do this. We could do an episode. We could do an episode. They can put it on their YouTube or whatever the fuck they have. I'm sure they do, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Boom. We've done it. We've found a way to make money off the show.
Done it.
Watch this show turns into an autonomous vehicle show. Somehow all of our
That would be funny. I mean, if it's going to be, if this show turns into like my career or your career, I'm much happier if it turns into, I'm much happier if it turns into like Y2 from 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Because who would wanna see like Alec Berg and Bill Hader or whatever? Like, why would we want that?
Yeah. Who wants a very good shot at being nominated for a Emmy award? Anyway.
Yeah, nobody wants that. Give me a fucking break.
Who wants to work on their favorite TV show? Great. Now that I've humble bragged about working in the entertainment industry, we can start Choose Your Own
Hell
Adventure.
That's right. All right. Choose your own adventure. It's starting now.
How are we choosing, Bilo? How are people going to choose? Are we going to call up or are we going to vote in the chat?
I think we should probably do a mix. I think we should probably start with a poll just to get everybody warmed up. But
Okay.
I feel like calls matter. Calls really matter. Are we ready?
Yeah. I mean,
What?
this is
Wizard
the
World
only,
Live said
this is
get-
the only
you
thing
get-
that we're doing right now, right? So what else would be?
I guess
God,
that's
my
fair. I
mustache
guess
is
that's
making my
true.
nose itch, so I keep touching my nose because I think one of my mustache hairs is going up in there. All right.
Yeah, right. Frankie's on cocaine.
Is
we
that
know
one of
this.
the? Is that one of the things? Trim mustache hair. Is that one of the choices?
Growing mustache hair is not a choice. All right, here it is. You are standing on the Tone Glacier in northern Greenland,
The fuck?
staring down into the black void of the crevasse.
Wait,
You
hold
shiver
on.
as you wonder
Did you
whether
wait?
were
You
lucky-
really wrote all of this? You wrote?
No,
You wrote
I
a.
did not write all of this.
Oh, okay.
No.
Oh, wait. Is this just from a Choose Your Own
How could
Adventure
I
book?
have- Who knows where it's from? Who knows where it's from? The answer is it's from the internet.
Oh, okay. So, but did you write this? What are we doing? I thought this was going to be Dark Matters themed.
Listen,
Okay, fine. I won't question
we're
you.
trying to get.
I'm
we're
gonna go
trying to
along for the
get to
ride.
Black,
Okay, I'm along for the ride. I'm gonna shut.
try
the
to get to the black
I'm
sun.
gonna shut up. I'm gonna
at
shut
the
up.
center of the Earth. There's a black sun at the center of the fucking Earth.
Okay.
Trying to get there.
All right, let's get there.
Standing next to you are Gunnar Larson of the National Research Institute and Dr. James Sneed, a geologist. A small black box containing a signal transmitter is suspended over the crevasse by two long poles.
Okay.
The transmitter is wired to a console a few yards away in the ice. Dr. Sneed turns a dial as he monitors the display screen. Well, Larson's voice is impatient. Sneed looks up, a broad smile on his face. This is it, friends. The bottomless crevasse.
Okay.
Any radar return? Larson asks. Sneed shakes his head. None. For a minute, no one speaks. Like you, the others must feel excited to have reached their goal, but also a little sad. It was just a year ago that your old friend, Dr. Nera Vivaldi, radioed from this spot that she had reached the bottomless crevasse. A few moments later, her radio went dead. She was never seen again.
Okay.
Now you stand at the edge, lost in thought.
This is so long.
How could the crevasse have no bottom? Could it really lead to an underground kingdom? What happened
Does-
to Dr. Vivaldi?
Does this story have a bottom? this story
This
is just
story
a
has-
crevasse.
this-
This story
this
is just
story
a
has a bottom.
crevasse that the show has sunk into.
But your thoughts are shattered. You didn't seem to slip, yet suddenly you are falling into the crevasse.
Okay.
A ledge is coming up fast beneath you. You could land on it, but you're falling so fast you're sure to be badly injured.
Okay.
You might only be saving yourself for a slow, agonizing death. The thoughts race through your head in a split second. If you try to land on the ledge, turn to page 5. If not, go on to the next page.
Okay.
All right, everybody.
All right, I'm putting this up. There's a poll for 1 minute in the chat. This is in the chat here. You can vote on your browser. You can vote if you're on the Twitch app. You should see this poll in the chat there. If we're falling into a crevasse, we're trying to land on the ledge. What? Where is this from, Bilo? Are you just being coy because we're not supposed to be reading this? Like, what is going on here? Is that a LaCroix?
I mean, I think we're supposed to be reading it. Yeah, it's a LaCroix. It's a key lime LaCroix. One of arguably the worst flavors.
Edit Stock I agree. Edit Stock says they have no idea what this story is about. What are we? We're in an Arctic research. I thought this was going to be a Dark Matters
An
themed.
Arctic research.
I thought this was a Dark Matters themed. Choose your own adventure.
I tried to write one that was purely Dark Matters themed, and it did not. It was too much work. There was no way I was going to get enough content in this to actually make a show out of this.
Okay. So we're just reading a choose your own. Why didn't you just like change the names to our name or something? All right. The poll has ended. No, we're going to not try to land on the ledge.
The name is you. What do you mean? There are no names other than you.
What about Dr. Sneed? Like, couldn't we have changed that to Chess Devil or something like that, or
Fine.
Hunty?
I will change the name. I will change all of the characters.
Do a Control
I
F.
will try to remember. I will.
I'm putting Hunter on.
I will try to remember people's names.
Dark Matters.
This is Dark Matters.
Hey, so this is working out exactly as you'd hoped, right?
Yes, thank you.
I'm a big fan of No, by the way. I love voting for let's make the least progress in the show as possible.
Thank you, Hunter.
I did just want to come in and say a couple years ago, when Bandersnatch came out, I tried to do a show like this live at the Pack Theater where Go Sketch Yourself was Bandersnatched, where it was like a secret audience vote or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it didn't work.
What were some of the problems that you had so that we can repeat those tonight?
Yes.
I pretended that I was doing a choose your own adventure, but it was rigged and I was just up in the booth doing it myself.
I see. So don't cheat, is what you're saying.
Yeah, just actually do a choose your own adventure, preferably one that's Dark Matters themed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Just change
Your consciousness slips.
All right, we're keeping.
All right, I got it. I got it. Your consciousness slips away
Okay.
as you fall faster. Down, down, down.
Wait, do we just
The next
die?
thing you know, you're floating in air.
Okay.
The soft reddish light you can see. In the soft reddish light, you can see that you are in a cavern, drifting towards the ceiling. Or is it the floor? In a flash, you realize what happened. You've fallen to a point where gravity above you is almost equal to gravity beneath you. You brush against a firm surface, a wall that feels like clay, covered in the slime of a hot tub. You cling for a moment, then you're floating again, drifting slowly down.
Wait.
You begin to lose your fear as you realize the gravity here is so weak that you can fall mile after mile without hurt. After a while, you begin to relax and enjoy drifting through a fantastic twilight world. You only wish you weren't so hot, like the Horny Crew. Closing your eyes, you try to pretend that you are safely home in bed. Once again, you brush against a firm surface. Firm. This time, it's the floor of the cavern. In fact, you have touched down on the mossy bank of an underground stream. You drink from the cool, clear water.
By the way, you gotta scooch to your right.
All right. Because Dark Matters tonight is brought to you by Dasani. Then step out of the cavern into this strange world. The only illumination is a dim red-orange glow that seems to come from the ground. The air is so clear that you can see shadowy, curving hills and valleys stretching out in all directions.
And it sucks, says it's hurry the F up one of the choices. I agree.
I wish it were. I wish it were. Why do you feel so good? It must be because you are so light. You could hardly weigh more than 10 or 15 pounds. You spring to your feet. Every moment is easy. You jump 20 or 30 feet in the air and float gently to the ground. Then you realize that you are not alone. Only a few yards away is an odd, hunter-like creature. As big as you are, it seems to be some kind of bird, yet much more than a bird. Under a crown of soft golden body hair are enormous blue-green eyes, so vivid and intense they seem to be not only a means of vision, but also a means of power. There is something terrifying about this hunter creature's face, but also something angelic, something that draws you to it. In fact, you feel as if you are being hypnotized by those eyes of an angel hunter. run from the strange creature, turn to page 15. If you hold your ground and face it, turn to page 10.
Great. Okay.
Yeah, I support all that.
All right. All right, here we go.
The creature is topless.
Putting
Yes.
a poll up. There's 1 minute. 1 minute for this poll. Run from the. If we're gonna run from the creature. I did give the option of end this nonsense in the chat. I did give people an opt out. People are voting with the choose your own adventure. They want to stick with it.
Yeah, we're well, but
What
we're all
book? What
voting
book?
for
Are we ready from a
not
book?
narrative. We're always
I mean, where else are things written?
What does that mean? Okay, we've got request. People love complaining about this. All right, I get it. I see what's going on here. This is great. It's great getting live feedback.
We are in a Magic Denny's. Isn't life just one big magic Denny's?
I do think
the
you should
do.
do.
Right,
I do think you should do voices. I think that's a really good
Okay.
suggestion. You should do voices for creature. I mean, let's make up some dialogue here.
Yes.
All right, we're gonna face it, I guess.
We're gonna face it. You stand there and watch as the strange hunter-like creature walks slowly towards you. Then
Okay.
you see the large blue-white pieces of broken shell. This angel hunter is only a fledgling, just hatched. Losing your fear, you walk up and stroke the hunter gently.
Oh.
It cocks its head to the side and touches you with one of its meaty arms. At the moment, it seems almost human.
Okay.
But suddenly you hear a loud whirring sound. Hovering above you is another angel hunt, a much larger one. It must be the mother of the fledgling hunter. She swoops towards you. If you run, turn to page 8. If you grab the fledgling and try to use it to shield yourself, turn to page 14. If you dive to the ground and shield your face with your arms, go on to page 11.
Wait, what are the options?
The options are run, grab the small hunter to shield yourself, or dive to the ground and shield your face with your arms. Or fuck it.
Yeah.
But fucking it will result in choosing.
Oh, I can't put fuck it.
Will result
I can't put fuck it in the poll. Twitch won't let me. All right, you've got 1 minute. This is fun. I know you just changed one word with the word hunter, but somehow it makes it way better. God, I'm stooping in my chair.
I agree.
I ate too much.
Yeah.
I was like doing so well today. And then I ate all this fucking granola. I don't know what
I have
disaster
no idea
time
what
is, Ice Cream
disaster
Cone,
time
but
is.
perhaps we are.
But
ripping it
probably
off.
yes.
All right, they're
Yeah,
saying
it seems likely.
grab the tiny hunter is well in the lead here with like 10 seconds left
All right.
here.
All right, here we go. Taking a look.
I mean, look, doesn't everybody want to grab the tiny hunter?
I several times today I have.
You lunge for the baby hunter.
Hunter, what's the most number of times that you've grabbed the tiny hunter in one day? Why? Why are we doing this?
Oh, do you want to hear this story? Because it's a very real story.
All right, well let's put up a poll.
It,
This is going to be a choose your own adventure.
Do we want to hear?
We
the
have to-
story of take a short diversion into the story of the number of times Hunter masturbated the most in one day?
That's not necessarily. It's the number
it
of times
involves
Hunter pulled the tiny hunter. We've got 1 minute here on the clock.
it involves Daniel Day-Lewis. It involves, by the way.
Oh, there's a teaser. No is winning
Wow.
2-1 so far, but I think people seem a little undecided here. Not a lot of votes happening. People want to know.
I mean, I want to hear about the Daniel Day-Lewis.
No, it's wow. We're not gonna be. We might. As of right now, we're not hearing this story, folks. Which, hey, it's your choice.
No.
This is the whole point of the show. See, this. I feel like
That
we
is
should.
the point of the show.
I like that we're okay. We should choose our own adventure, the story, but we should choose. We should choose everything.
Everything is chosen. You pick. Not this is your wish, not mine.
I keep sliding down them. No, sorry, Hunter, we're not gonna hear the story. All right, let's grab the whatchamacallit.
The tiny. So you lunge for the baby hunter,
Okay.
hoping that you can use it as a shield. Even as you move, you feel a rush of wind as Beverly dives to protect her baby. You realize that you've just made the stupidest decision of your life. Strangely, Beverly did not harm you. Instead, you feel that you have been put into a trance. Stranger still, you sense that something has set time back. You are being given another chance. Turn to page 10.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, so
you
we
stand
died,
there
but we're
and
getting another
watch
chance?
as-
Is that what happened?
No, we did not die. We did not die. You stand there and watch as the strange as the hunter walks slowly towards you. Then you see the large blue-white pieces of broken shell. This angel hunter is only a fledgling, just hatched. Losing your fear, you walk up and stroke the hunter gently. It cocks its head to the side and touches you with one of its wings. At that moment, it seems almost human. But suddenly you hear a loud whirring sound. Above you is another angel bird, a much larger one. It must be the mother of the hunter. She swoops towards you.
Okay. So this is Beverly.
If you run, turn to page 8. If you dive to the ground and shield your face with your arms, go to page 11.
All right, here we go. 1 minute.
Mm.
Oh, I gotta sneeze.
Mm.
Oh, wow. That was a loud one.
Bless you.
If you're just tuning in,
That
we
was a lot.
are choosing our own adventure. We've got to choose your own adventure story here, somewhat Dark Matters themed, and you can vote. There's a poll right now in the app or the chat. You can click your vote, or if you want to be the super, if you want to have all the power, if you call, whoever calls, if you're on the line, you can make the choice, and we won't have to do a poll. That'll make it faster.
It's true.
We won't have to wait a minute every time we reach a choice.
Wait, didn't the exact
what?
opposite just happen, where I'm on the call and everyone else just voted me down?
Hey, this we're making the rules as we go along here. I mean, you can hang up and call back if you want. Dive. All right, we're diving. What happens when we dive?
All right, you dive to the ground and shield your face with your arms, hoping the larger hunter will leave you unharmed. Nothing happens. The hunter must have taken her young one away. What's more, you begin to have the feeling that you are completely safe, as if in a lovely hot tub. Slowly you get to your feet. Standing nearby are 3 more of the hunters. One of them effortlessly leaves the ground, glides through the air, and lands beside you. You have a strong urge to climb on its back. Its hairy back. Why is it you feel so safe? The hunters begin to make musical sounds, more beautiful than anything you've ever heard. Is it this music that causes your good feelings, or something more? These creatures seem to communicate not in words, or even ideas, but in feelings. Without thinking more about it, you leap up, and because there's very little gravity, you almost float onto the hunter's hairy back. You nestle in. It feels like a bed of goose down, soft and silky. Turn to page 16. I wrote these angel birds. I've only been able to make one edit because we've only had one character. There's too many of these angel birds. Anyway,
Yeah.
the hunter glides through the canyons and corridors beneath the earth. It increases its speed, and you hold tight as it swoops through long, curving passageways that might hold a Toothman captive. It's the most exciting ride of your life. It would certainly be the scariest if you didn't feel that you've never been safer. Then ahead of you is a tunnel that flares out into a broad new world. An endless landscape stretches before you. It is bathed in soft reddish light, as if the sun had just set everywhere around you. A great river forms a curving bank that divides the land. Trees line the banks. Farther back from the
Do
river
they have
are
any choose your own
mountains.
adventure short stories?
This is a short story.
It is.
I wish it was like John. I wish John Cheever had written a choose
Oh
your own
my
adventure.
god!
That'd be
It
fun.
have so much tension and so much unsaid.
I
I
wish John Williams had wrote a Choose Your Own Adventure.
Oh my god! Please, would love that.
If you're out there tonight, Mr.
JW,
Williams,
if you're in the chat, if you're out there.
So this is the Underground Kingdom, strange, vast, and very beautiful. The kingdom where only dark matters. What people or creatures live here? What mysteries does it hold?
10:30.
But you are swept from your daydreaming by the realization that your life here could be in danger. If you set out to explore the Underground Kingdom, turn to page 19. If you concentrate on getting home, turn to page 22.
All right. What happened? I'm trying to type poll. Okay, here we go. Wait, what are the options?
Explore or try to get home.
I feel like
Never
this is
felt
the
that
scene
this
at the
was-
end of Act 1.
All right, Ice Cream Cone
This is
just
like
posted
where
a
it did-
Goosebumps Choose Your Own Adventure. Give yourself goosebumps. Well, we'll see. We'll see where this goes. Maybe this will end. Maybe we'll die. What happens if we die? Maybe that's a existential question that we'll answer
I've already
tonight.
scrolled past a couple of deaths. I've already scrolled past a couple of grisly deaths.
Wow. So we've
So-
been spared.
No
Go
one's
home to
died
your
so
wife.
far.
Where is your wife right now, Bilo?
I think she's hanging out at Max and Laurel's house.
Max,
our
let's
friends.
call Max and Laurel.
I suppose we could. All right, explore. You know how you feel. The risks don't matter. You want to explore the Dark Matter's kingdom. The hunter seems to understand. Steeply banking, it swoops down across the great river and glides gently onto a mossy plain. Nearby is a grove of tall trees. Short, stumpy branches and with clusters of multicolored leaves thrust out from the trunks. They look almost like hands holding a bunch of flowers. You slide to the ground, and at once the hunter bird rises into the air. As it glides into the dark sky, you feel a wave of happiness. You follow its path with your eyes long after it's disappeared. Then, turning your survey to the strange landscape, you wonder where you will go. What dangers await you? Turn to page 40. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. That's
You said this was short.
yeah.
Turn to page 40. Scrolling. All right. Blah, blah, blah. You climb up a small hill to get a better view. Most amazing of all is directly overhead. A disc almost the size of the sun, but instead of shining brightly, it is absolutely black. You can feel its coolness as if it were drawing heat from your skin. It's the black hole at the center of the earth. You turn
Welcome to
sharply
Pizza
to the
Hut.
sound of
You
chatter.
can also order
Coming up the
online
ravine
at
are more than a dozen
pizzahut.co.nz or
Smaller than
download
you,
our
yet
app
walking
for the
upright on
best
two
deals.
legs and
To
incredibly
speak to a
horny.
team member,
Half
please
human,
select
half
from the
ape.
following
They
options.
look like creatures
Press
that might
1
have
if
once
you're in
lived
the
on the
North
Earth's
Island,
surface.
or
They are
2
carrying
if you're in the
ropes
South
and
Island.
nets. Turn to page 39.
Press 1 for
You could
North
probably climb a
stores.
tree and hide
Press
amongst the
2
clusters
for
of giant
Auckland
leaves.
stores.
But is it wise
Press
to run
1
like a
for
frightened
car.
animal from a horny
Press
crew?
2 for Kitty
Maybe
Kitty.
things will go better if you bravely face the inhabitants
The
of this
person you're
world.
calling cannot be reached at this time. Please try again later.
Is it wise to run like a...
I tried to call Pizza Hut in New Zealand. It didn't work though. I was hoping that they could
How
help
did
us
how did
choose.
Wizworld know that? How did Wizworld know
'cause
that you were
you
calling
couldn't-
New Zealand pizza?
Oh, you probably. You know what? I probably didn't route. I didn't route the audio to you on Skype, so you couldn't hear it.
Okay.
I couldn't hear you either.
Yeah, I probably did not route.
If you-
Oh, I
if
see
you-
what I see what I've done here. Hold on. Now you should be able to hear it if I do that again. Check. Can you hear me
All right.
now?
Check.
Yeah, good. All right, it's working now.
If you decide to, all right. Well, if you decide to face the horny crew, turn to page 42. If you decide to hide in a cluster leaf tree, turn to page 46.
I still want to meet the horny crew. So I'm
Oh god, I
facing the
can't
horny
write
crew.
horny in the poll. I have to write H crew. Isn't that dumb?
It is. Okay. All right.
Let's see what are the results here with about 20 seconds to go. Oh, for hide in the tree. Hide in the tree is winning. Guys, you've got 10 seconds
in the
left to
tree
vote. We're
leads-
gonna hide in the
leads
tree
2
and
to
not face
1.
the horny crew. Very surprised.
Oh shit! I had to. Fuck! I didn't get to actually vote yet. Hold on. But it's okay. Okay, I got my vote in.
Oh, just
Oh,
under
wow.
the wire, 5 to
Facing
4.
the horny
Yes,
crew.
beating
Just-
hide in tree.
Just pulls it out. All right.
Wow.
Let's see. So we
Yeah.
are facing the horny crew on page 42.
Yep.
You step forward to meet the strange procession. The horny crew forms a circle around you, cackling and gesturing to each other.
This I can
You
believe.
smile and hold out your arms. Hello, you begin, but the creatures raise their nets and close in on you. One of them barks an order. They motion for you to follow them. You don't have much choice. Despite their small size, they move rapidly through the thick woods. Occasionally they freeze, and you hear them whispering, Kota, Ibsaben Kota.
Whoa.
You march a mile or so through a grove of trees. It's as hot as you've ever known it, and you feel as if you're going to faint. But finally you reach open land. Instantly you feel cooler. The black sun is drawing heat from your body. Soon you reach a village of igloo-shaped structures that look as if they're made of green clay. One of the horny crew leads you to the nearest one. Ibagon, she says as she takes you inside. Turn to page 44.
Oh, wow.
The interior of the Agon, as it seems to be called, is lit by glowing stones circling the inner wall. The leader of the horny crew steps forward. Ket, she says, pointing to herself. Ket Raka. Pointing to the others, she says, Akim Raka, Tor Raka. You repeat each name, then pointing to yourself, say Frankie. The Rakas laugh as they
Whoa.
try to pronounce the strange sound. Tor, who seems younger than the others, brings you something that looks like cheese but tastes like honey. Ket gives you a small prank fruit.
What is happening?
Ibtanga, she says, smiling. Tanga is delicious. And you are eating for a second when a large blue-furred Hanamakai runs into the Agon. Pointing at you, she speaks excitedly in her own tongue. Kate Morgan's ghost begins to argue with her. The others join in. Nar Kala, the blue-furred Hanamakai says loudly. It's clear she wants you to come with her. It seems like that she represents the chief or leader. Sarah Walker 84 and Kate Morgan's ghost gesture as if you should obey, but Hannah Mackay shakes her head, warning you not to go. If you follow the blue-furred Hannah Mackay, turn to page 48. If you refuse, turn to page 50.
What do you think we should do, Hannah Mackay?
All right, 1
I
minute in the
assume
chat. Let's wonder if this is gonna work.
Thank you for calling Gersh. Our normal business hours are 8:30 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday. If you know your party's extension, you may dial it at any time. To access our spell by name directory, press 2. To hear our mailing address and fax information,
Please enter the first few letters of the person's name. For the letters Bill Gersh.
Transferring you to...
Bill Gersh.
Whoa! I didn't even press that. I don't think this is gonna.
Thank you for calling the office of Bill Gersh. Neither
Wow.
Dean or his assistant Lily are available at the moment. Please leave a name, number, and a brief message. If this is an emergency, please email Bill Gersh, wgersh@gersh.com.
Today's emergency email. Hi, yes, we want to know if we should follow the blue creature or refuse to follow it. So if you could give us a call back, it's 818-650-3275. We'll see if they call us back. In case of emergency email? You imagine? You've been stabbed.
I've got a really hot script. What can I say?
Case of emergency, shoot me an email. Oh crap! I had my alerts off. All right, so let's. I guess we're going to face it. We're going to follow the creature.
Hoping for the best, you follow the blue-furred Hanamakai to the center of the village. As you walk along the narrow footpaths, other Hanamacais emerge from their agans and stare at you curiously. When you reach the central agan, the blue-furred Hanamakai lets out a long, low hooting noise, which is answered from within. Inside, an old white-haired Hanamakai sits near the central fountain. A large black disc hangs from her neck. For a long time, she stares at you. Finally, she rises and steps closer. So you are what my hunters found. My name is... My name is Hornet. I am the horniest of the horny crew of the
Here we
village of
go.
Rockmara. You are so startled by the familiar words that it takes you a minute to answer. How is it you speak my language, you ask? A hornet smiles. A visitor from the netherworld. She called herself Nera. She called herself the Chess Devil. The Chess Devil? He's alive? Where? The old Hanamakai shakes her head. He tried to swim across the great river. The river spirits have swallowed the Chess Devil. The Chess Devil might have made it across, you say. Even if the Chess Devil did, the Wizworld Live would have fed her to Wizworld Live would have fed her to J-Pill 1978.
I love that you're just having to get straight all of these replacements that you're making on the fly here. I'm really enjoying this.
It's true. I'm slowly. What is Wizworld Live? Wizworld Live lives beyond the Great River. For a long time, the Hanamacais and Wizworld Live have each had one hunting boat. That is the law. Now, Wizworld Live have built many hunting boats. They are not hunting boats. They are war boats. Wizworld Live plans to conquer the Horny Kingdom. You hold your head in your hands. Poor Chess Devil, and now the threat of war. Turn to page 51.
We're not having... Okay, I just want to point out, we have made like one choice, and we've just been turning to pages.
I know. I'm sorry. Yes, bad times are upon us, Hornet, Queen of the Horny Kingdom says. But we shall protect ourselves. We have learned...
Extension, please dial it now. Dial by name, please press 7. Otherwise, hold for the company mail.
Spell the last and first name, then press... No. Spell the last and first name, then press pound. For Q. Spell the last and first name, then press... No match. Spell the last and first name, then press pound.
Wow.
Enter your ID, followed by pound. Hello, Cisco Unity Connection Messaging System. From a touch-tone telephone, you may dial an extension at any time. For direct extensions, press 4. Otherwise, I did not recognize that as a valid...
All right, that didn't work. Keep reading.
All right. Well, I can't keep reading if the fucking thing is so loud. Yes, bad times are upon us, Hornet the Horny Queen says. But we shall protect ourselves. We have learned to mix different KY jellies and call up the fire of the earth in a great blast of noise and heat. You mean bombs? We call them Brakpa. With Brakpa and with your help, we shall destroy Wizworld Live before he destroys us. What do you mean with my help, you ask? You come from the Netherworld, where war is the way of life. If you ride on us, our warriors will have courage. What about J-Pill 1978? You ask too many questions, the Horny Queen snaps back. Now you must answer mine. Will you go with our warriors to attack Wizworld Live? You shrink back from the choice. The Hornet, the Horny Queen's voice grows stern and cold. If you are not with us, then you are against us, and we shall deal with you as our enemy. If you tell the Horny Queen that you will go with her warriors, turn to page 52. If you tell her that you won't take part in a war, turn to page 56.
Wait, what are we telling her? Go with her?
Go with the warriors, or tell them that you won't take part in a war. Is this a Bush era story?
We can't wait. Oh, I put horny.
Listen.
They really won't. They won't let me even put HRNY. I have to put H. What really? Well, this is exciting. What would you do, Barlow?
I don't think...
Oh, Hunter's still on the line.
Yeah, I don't know why you've kept me on this whole time. I'm just kind of like the third guy in the booth, kind of as this ball game is going. I'm Tim Carver.
I'm into it.
No one wants me, but I'll say something. But I'm going war.
All right, let's see.
All right.
Where we're at here. 5-2 so far, going with her to war.
All right. I'll go with your warriors, you answer. Very well, says Hornet. You will stay with oh boy. Oh boy. You will stay with Jay Fleischten. The chess devil taught him English, and he will tell you what you need to know. Immediately, one of the Horny crew steps forward and takes your arm. I am Jay Fleischten, he says. Then they lead you to the outskirts of the village and into their agan. They bring you woven mats. You must rest now, they say. You peer outside at the red-streaked sky. Does it ever get dark here? We have no night or day, says Jay Fleischten. We measure time by the tides of the Great River. The chess devil said, 2 of our tides equal 1 of your days. It is sleeping tide now. You realize that you have not slept since you arrived in the Dark Matter's kingdom. How long have you been here? How many tides? Too tired to think about it, you lie down and quickly fall asleep. Turn to page 54. When you wake, Jay Fleischten gives you a bright pink tanga. You realize how little you've eaten, and you wolf it down. Smiling, Jay Fleischten replaces it with another. Someday we will
also,
go hunting,
what happened to all the other
Fleischten.
characters? We just left them behind.
I don't know. I don't know why. I assumed we were going to war, but it seems like there's a lot of. It's like a Redwall book, and there's just a lot of eating before any war happens. Someday we will go hunting, says Jay Fleischten. Are you a hunter? Almost. I must go on the hunt of the Black Sun, and I must kill J-Pill 1978. J-Pill 1978? What are they? Jay Fleischten frowns. Great toothed animals with eyes like blue flames and teeth like iron fangs. They live in the darkest, hottest parts of the woods. They tear anything apart, even themselves. You start to ask about the hunt of the Black Sun, but Jay Fleischten raises a hand. Now we must talk of war. Wizworld Live will not expect an attack when the river is low. That is when we shall cross and destroy his boats. The next morning, as the great river begins to fall, the horny crew load their hunting boat, now called the war boat, with brakpa, crude bombs packed in hollowed logs. You shudder to think that you are about to witness the beginning of a war, but there seems to be no way to avoid it. Before the sleeping tide is ended, Jay Fleischton, you, and 5 of the horny crew set off in their war boat. The horny crew hunters are clumsy at rowing, and the boat is so heavy that a few small waves would easily swamp it. You realize you might be able to swim to before the horny crew could turn around and catch you. It's risky, but it's your only chance to avoid the war. If you dive overboard and swim for the shore, turn to page 61. If you stick it out in the war boat, turn to page 62.
And remember, if you call in, we skip the poll. Oh, we have a call in the queue right now. Perfect. I don't have to do a poll. Dark Matters.
Hello, Bill Gersh.
Avenge me. Avenge me, my friends. I have taught the ways of English. Use that powers against the great Wizworld Live.
So you're advocating for sticking it out on the warboat.
What were the choices again?
We dive overboard and swim for the shore, or stick it out in the warboat.
Stick it out on the boat.
Stick it out on the boat.
You.
All right, we're sticking it out on the boat.
All right. All right.
Oh, I just deleted. I didn't mean to do that. Oh well. What happened? Did you freeze? Did we lose you? Did I lose Bilo? Oh, I lost my Skype somehow. Somehow my Skype logged out. It was just me. I've been trying to find... Okay, Bilo, I'm sorry. You got to go back. My Skype disconnected. Everything got disconnected.
Oh, no.
So we missed... I don't know what happened, but we missed it.
Okay.
I've been trying to find a phone number, so I was...
Blowjob.
Okay, well, you gotta read it. Wait, did you freeze again?
No. Should I start from the top of this page? I'll start.
Yeah,
from the top
whenever
of this
the last choice was.
All right. Swimming to shore looks too risky. You sit quietly in the boat, hoping for the best. As the warboat nears the middle of the river, the current gets stronger. The horny crew warriors can hardly row against it. As the horny crew struggles with their oars, the boat is swept further and further downstream. You wonder where the current will take you until you hear a sound up ahead that quickly grows into a roar. Igriba, the horny crew shout. Igzark! They begin to unload the heavy brakpa. Frantically, you try to help, but at the sight of the boiling white rapids ahead, you lose heart. Moments later, the boat smashes into the rocks. You and the horny crew are swept away by the raging current. The end. Damn.
That's it? We got swept away by the current? Wow.
Damn. That's bullshit.
and the whole horny crew. Wow.
Wow.
That was
We never got to go on a hunt for JPEL 1978.
Wow.
Nobody knows what's happened to the Chest Devil. I mean, should we roll it back? Should we roll back that choice?
It is 10:53. I've been trying to...
I guess that's where this ends. I agree. I'm as disappointed in dying just when things were about to get sexy. I do think it would have been difficult to get to the Chest Devil does show up later.
Oh my god. I'm trying to set up this thing. It's taking me so... I regret it. It's taking me so long.
All right.
All right, Hunty wants to tell his Daniel Day-Lewis story. Wait.
I would like to hear it.
All right. Call back in, Hunty. I'm trying to... I don't think this is gonna work. I tried to do... Here we go. Dark Matters.
This is Dark Matters.
Thank you, Wizworld. That was fun.
So, I enjoyed this. I did. I know I came on to shit on it at the beginning, but I enjoyed getting to be played with it.
It's okay, you can still shit on it if you want.
Well, no, because it immediately reminded me of me trying to do Bandersnatch and immediately being like, oh, wait, is this going to work at all? And this one worked much better.
Is this going to work at all is kind of the tagline for our show.
Oh,
I'm going to say right now, too, at
10:56
p.m., before we get into Hunter's Daniel Day-Lewis story, which I'm interested about, next week is going to be the Hot Tub show. I am fixing the hot tub. Wait, Bilo.
Hell yeah.
You're available next week, right? You know what? My neighbor's
I'm
having a
available.
party that...
I'm actually...
What?
No, ridiculous. Your neighbor. How do you know your neighbor's having a party?
Because he invited me.
You?
He invited me to his party. It's his son's 8th grade graduation party that we're invited to, and I assume it's going to still be going on.
Oh my God! I hope it's not a boy-girl party. I think those are lame.
We've got a call. Dark Matters.
This is Dark Matters.
Hi. What's up? It's the Horny Crew, and we're in one room.
Oh,
my
wow.
God! Amazing.
It's a miracle.
Wow.
Actually, we are missing Kate Morgan. But we do have Kate Morgan's brother and Kate Morgan's brother's friend. And Kate Morgan is teleplaying.
Hey, guys. We're pretty horny, too.
Nice.
And we're all still horny.
It's great to know that you come from it's like just horny family.
It's a horny stock.
And,
we take horny people
We
of all.
hang out with horny people.
Yeah,
but
we take
never
all
fuck
hornies.
each other. We fuck
I
a
see.
lot, just not
I
each
see.
other.
Yeah, you fuck outside of the crew.
Yeah.
We're like a family.
And incest is not cool.
Frowned upon in our group.
I agree.
That's the one.
That
That's
was one. We do one time. We were talking about that one time.
well. I'm sorry that you guys got washed away in the current.
Yeah, me too.
So whose juicy wet vagina washed us away?
I think it was the mother. The mother. The mother spirit. Perhaps it was just the foundational myth is of course one of those
nature.
large winged birds. Just
Nature.
a big old bird vagina.
Yeah, I think that's a Stevie Nicks song.
Ice cream.
It sounds familiar.
Ice Cream Cone poses a really interesting question, I think, for the Horny Crew, which is, do you consider your first cousin incest? Just asking for a friend.
Well,
Depends on how hot they are.
yeah, it's definitely about attractiveness. Like
It depends
if
how
they
hot they
very
are?
attractive, if they're 10. Yeah, if they are a 10, you can fudge the rule. If they're a 5, like that's your first cousin. That's gross.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Deny them. It's a good excuse to deny them.
But so you're saying it literally changes the definition if they're hotter.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Name something where being hotter doesn't help.
yeah.
For being hotter doesn't
So
help.
I guess the answer
Okay.
is no, unless we want to use it as an excuse.
What about jail? I
Ice
feel
Cream
like in
Cone says-
jail, being hot does not help you in jail. I feel like that's
Yeah.
not what you want. You want to be an uggo. You want to, you know what I mean? I'm trying to think of other places.
I don't know. If I'm going to jail, I want to get laid.
So it might help. You will have a wider selection of people to be
It's true.
as their bitch.
that's the tough part, is that we're going into this trying to problem solve, and the horny crew is just trying to be horny,
Yeah.
And
Well,
being able to just be horny is much stronger than trying to.
What are we trying to problem solve?
Yeah.
Well, you know what else? What might make us horny is Hunter's story about Daniel Day-Lewis.
Oh. Hunty does make me horny.
Oh God, so wet.
Well,
We
I
love you, Hunty. I almost called you horny. That's just where my mind's at.
Horny for Hunty.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. So
Well,
here.
Hunty, are you there?
Oh, I'm here. Can you still hear me? I'm still here. All right.
I thought I heard him.
Do you want the number first, or the story first, or the secondary number?
Oh man. I think number, story, and secondary number, I think seems like the right sandwich, right?
Okay, so then I'm gonna do it a different way.
We should have left this story on Bill
secondary
Gersh's
number-
voicemail.
I mean, we can if it's an emergency, we can record this and send it to his email address.
That's
and
right.
It's W. Gersh.
Secondary number is, I believe, 573.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay.
What? No. Okay.
No. That's not the number of times in the day. That's the number of days before that day that I had not.
Gotcha.
Oh
with
my
Hunter.
God! Wow.
All right. Well, let's hear it.
And so the story, as it goes, is I was 15 years old, and I heard a tip about a cattle call, about a audition for one of my favorite actors, Mr. Daniel Day-Lewis's new film, directed and written by his wife, Rebecca Miller, daughter of one of my favorite playwrights, Arthur Miller. And they were holding auditions in New York City. And I said to myself, you know what? I'm not going to get it. This is going to be the first time I'll ever actually be able to go to a real audition for a real movie. It was a really cool, silly experience for a Daniel Day-Lewis movie. And then the cast wound up. The star of the movie is the little girl from the second Jurassic Park movie. How fucking cool would that have been for me to have to fucking stare and deal awkwardly with that? It's a fucking weird movie. It's a strange fucking movie. So I auditioned and I went home and I said to myself, you know what? Until I find out, that I for sure didn't get it and someone else got it and who that person is, I'm a test of endurance. So did that test of endurance, and by the time a year later, it was when I found out. It's like, what am I going to do? Jerk off to celebrate? And so it just kept going.
So after a week or so, and you hadn't heard anything, instead of emailing the person that set up the audition, you just figured, nope, I'm just gonna wait until
I figured, I'd wait until I saw something in the papers or whatever. Again, I grew up in suburban Long Island, so I had no idea about any of that shit. And so anyway, finally on day, I think 573 or 574, it was, and that was the highest count.
573. Did you ever watch the movie? What's the movie called?
Oh yes, so the movie is called The Ballad of Jack. No, the movie was called Rose and the Snake, and then they changed the name to The Ballad of Jack and Rose.
Oh, I remember that movie.
Close.
I don't think I've seen it, but
yeah, it's basically a weird, creepy movie about incest.
Wow, we just came full circle.
Yeah. Jason Lee's in it. I think Catherine Keener, who I, obviously, at the time that was one of my favorite actresses, because fucking being John Malkovich.
Oh, I've got some Keener stories. Here's I'm gonna paste the IMDb in the chat here. Beard Bros 1, you saying you both have beards. That's right, Beard Bros. We do both have beards. Love this.
We have like downstairs beards.
I think that counts too. Thank you, Beard Bros. Give us a call. Beard Bros, give us a call. 818-650-3275. That's +1 if you're outside of the United States. I can't tell my Catherine Keener stories, actually. Are you talking, Bilo? You need to talk into your microphone.
Shit. Sorry.
Bilo, how long have you been talking and not into a microphone? You just call on any phone. Beard Bros, you call on any phone. It's 818-650-3275. That's I don't know if you're in the United States, but our country code for the U.S. is +1 in case you're outside the United States. But if you want to call in and chat beards, we would love that. You just call in and I'll put you right on the air. What a great Daniel Day-Lewis story. How long have you been talking into a microphone, Bilo?
I think a long time. Because I took off my socks.
Oh, hold on. We've got a call right now. Is this Dark Matters?
This is Dark Matters.
Hello?
Yes, hi.
Hello. Welcome to Dark Matters.
Oh, they hang up. Well,
that is the show. That is the show.
Sometimes, yeah.
If you call in, you can't expect that we're not going to say hello, welcome. This is Dark Matters.
Yeah.
That's one thing that you could really expect from this show.
Got another call. Dark Matters.
This is Dark Matters.
Dark Matters, it's you, caller. Unless I've lost my Skype or something. I don't think I have. There we go. Hello?
Sorry, I got a beard jerk-off story. How about that?
Oh.
Yeah.
Sure. I guess that's what we're doing, right?
I mean, no, we don't have to do that.
No, I told a Daniel Day-Lewis story.
Thank you, Hunter.
Oh, right.
That was
If you have a Daniel Day-Lewis story, give us a call. 818-650-3275. No, Chess Devil, let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Well, I just shaved. I just got a haircut and shaved after almost a year and months of not shaving and getting a haircut. And I had a beard that was almost a foot long.
Oh my!
Wow! What?
Every time.
Yes.
Chess Devil. Every time you physically describe yourself, it is always
your beard was this long.
Like the most different from what it could. From what my
a foot
mental
long.
Image of you is.
What do you mean your beard was a foot long? You had a Subway sandwich long beard hanging off of your chin. What are you talking about?
Just about, yeah. Yeah, it went down to my tits. And
wow.
And my barber is one of my friends. He felt really bad that he had to cut my beard off because it was so nice. He's like, "This is such a great beard." I was like, "Man, I got to get a job. I got to interview."
Yeah.
And then I shaved my head off, so I have hardly no hair now and just a standard beard. I feel bad though.
God.
Were you able? Was it long enough that you were able to donate your beard to charity?
That's what I was going to say.
Nobody wants
Hunter.
that nasty shit now.
Look, talking about no hair. Look how bald I am now, guys. Look at this shit. I'm gonna take my hat off. Well, maybe you can't even see it now because there's not enough light. But I've got no. Hold on. Bilo, show them pictures of what I looked like at your wedding. Can you see how little hair I've got up here?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah, that's why I shaved my head.
Look at that.
I normally just get normal haircuts, and I
nothing.
saw I have no hair now.
There's nothing. My God.
Oh.
My God. There's just nothing there. It's gone. It's gone forever. 818-650.
I missed my hair.
3275. What happened to us? What happened to all of us
I'm going to be 38 in 2 days.
38. Oh, I'm already I'm 38 already. Kate Morgan's ghost asking the important questions. Who has done anal play? Are they not on the horny crew? Not on the line anymore? It says you guys are still on the line there.
No, this is they're suggesting a poll.
Oh, poll. Oh, okay. Sure. Although I think the poll
is only going to be yes or no, and it's going to be like it's some type of vote.
Oh, here we go. Here, I've got it. Ah.
Oh, you're shocked?
I
They're
can't put
censoring
anal.
the word anal. Just do.
I put butt. I can do butt. I put butt. I put butt.
All
I don't
right.
think we have the horny crew on anymore. I don't hear them anymore.
All right.
But it says they're on the line, but I don't think. I think they disconnected. Or they're just haunting us from afar. What is this, Bilo? Oh my god.
What is...
This is a photo of a furry car that you just sent me?
Yes, it is.
I tried to put... So there's this... We used to, back in the day, post our phone number on Craigslist to try to get random people to call during our show. But then Craigslist Personals was discontinued. So for many years...
Why?
Why? Because illegal things were happening on there.
No, I can tell you why. It was the Craigslist killer. He would get people. He would go through the lady would offer their services, the girlfriend experience, and then kill them. And so they're like, no more of this.
Yeah. So there was
That's
a
the
new
tough
one.
thing about...
Go
ahead. Sorry.
There's like some new ones that have sprung up. So I've been trying to like post our phone number and get people to call, but it's not. Nobody's called from there. I was hoping that one of those numbers. Like I got excited when the anonymous came up. Right, there's a fight going on in the chat here. Next week is going to be the hot tub show, and if I can't get my hot tub working, we will do the show from a different hot tub.
That's right. We're gonna find a hot tub, and we'll do the show in
I can
a
ask
hot
my
tub.
friend Andy if we can use his hot tub.
Yeah, I also have a backup hot tub. I think.
You do? Have you had a hot tub this whole time and you didn't tell me?
No, of course I don't have a hot tub. If I had a hot tub, we would have done it at my place.
Are you still gonna put Hunter in a baby pool?
I've got the. Yeah, why not? Wizworld Live's going to be at a place with a hot tub next weekend. I love it. Wizworld Live, you're going to have to call in from your hot tub, or you could Skype in from your hot tub.
Well, only people in hot
That's
tubs
the
will be
rule.
allowed to call in
That's right.
next week. That is the rule.
You need to
Everybody's
be in a hot
gonna have to be in a hot tub.
We better hear that background noise.
Or really,
you know,
a tub.
So on season 4, wait, is this a spoiler? I have to think about what episode we're up to. If this is a spoiler. There are a lot of scenes in season 4 of Good Girls that take place in a hot tub. A hot tub not great for sound. That's the main point. What I'm saying. Hot tub not great for sound. So we'll see how this episode sounds next week.
Would you consider a blow-up pool in like 90-degree weather at 4 o'clock in the morning a hot tub?
Yes,
I would consider
that's
that
a hot tub.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We should get. Wait, you know what? We should
Okay,
get
so
like a hot tub expert as our guest, Bilo. Some kind of like hot tub expert, and maybe like do something about Legionnaire's disease or something.
Is Legionnaire's disease spread through hot tubs?
It can be, I believe so. Yeah.
Hannah Mackay with another great suggestion for a poll. Yeah, Legionnaire's disease.
Just worried about American Legionnaire's disease.
Do you know that Legionnaire's disease is named for the American Legion?
It is.
So it's
yeah.
not like it's It's already American Legionnaire's disease.
Yeah, you can get it from hot tubs. I just Googled it.
What would happen if you had a top tub that went in different times?
Be a hot tub time machine. Is that what you're gonna say?
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna give you puns that either already exist or weren't puns.
Yeah.
Not really a pun. It's not even a play on words. It's just a reference, and it's not a good one.
I just want to point out that CAA is the only agency that has a night receptionist that answers the phone. Like,
So
that could be a
if you
big
can.
decision, you know.
Dark Matters recommends CAA as the
You can
agency.
reach
It's
them.
our agency of choice.
You can reach
We are
them
not
at night.
signed by them.
You're not signed by anything, anyone or anything.
Yeah.
Um,
I do. My friend.
If you know your party's extension, you can enter it at any time or press 1 for the company directory. For our fax information, press 2. Press 0.
Hunty wants to know who represents Daniel Day-Lewis. It's a great question.
Well, let's find out. All right. Well, we just left that message on the APA voicemail. We can always go to whorepresence.com, aka whorepresents.com, and look up who represents him.
Good old whorepresence.com.
What is this billing on my credit
Hey,
card
while you're
statement
looking,
for
load up.
whorepresence.com? I really wish one of these perverts would call us. Not the ones that have already called us. I mean, one of the other ones that we tried to elicit. But no.
Yeah.
The perverts at CAA.
Oh, I see what happens. Our ad that I posted has not been posted. That's why. It still hasn't been posted yet. That sucks.
What was up with the asshole high IQ post?
The what? I don't know, Bilo. What was up with that?
I just wanted to see if people would respond to that, because I saw there's an article about a Mensa, a 2-year-old in Mensa, and I felt there were a lot of like annoying responses to it. So I wanted to see if some people would like admit that being in Mensa is for assholes. Unless you're a 2-year-old, in which case more power to you.
Did that kid have a podcast called My Entire Life at Mensa?
Hello.
Hi, you're on there. How are you doing tonight?
Who is this?
This is Frankie and Michael.
Hello.
Who are you looking for?
We saw you had posted maybe this is the wrong person. We saw you had posted this number on the internet and said to call you.
Yeah, no, you got the wrong number.
Oh, I'm sorry. Somebody must have put your number on there. I'm sorry about that.
It's okay.
Fake. We got faked out by.
Are you looking at back pages?
No, we're on.
I hope not.
We're on a site called Double List, which is apparently it's like the new version of Craigslist, but only for weird horny people. This was gold. This was gold for us back in the day, wasn't it, Pilo?
It was. We got some of our most terrifying moments on the show as a result of posting ads on Craigslist.
Should I look up who that person that we just called was?
Let me talk to the bitch.
That's right. That was pretty good.
Oh.
It's a classic. It's no manual, but it was pretty good.
It was no man. Honestly, that guy in Manual kind of sounded the same.
Maybe.
Maybe
it was the same guy. It's 11:20. Is this after the Matters now?
This is after the Matters.
This is after the Matters, the official Dark Matters after
Long
show.
live the Matters.
Oh.
Can I just officially say how pleased I am that my Daniel Day-Lewis story was officially part of Dark Matters and not
was.
I'm also very pleased at how
your story is
asexual your story was.
What?
Sorry, I took my headphones off, so if I'm supposed to respond to something, I had to put my safety hat back
Hunter
on.
was just laughing about how his story was you claimed his story was sexual, even though the story involves a man. It ends with a man masturbating.
No, I
8
said
times.
asexual.
Yeah.
I mean,
Do you mean non-sexual?
Yeah.
You mean relative to the end?
Yeah. Relative to how much you would have anticipated it to be based on the topic at hand.
Yeah. I feel like I take people on long roads.
Sure. Dirt roads.
You know what else I want to do?
Gravel.
I want to investigate a murder live on the air.
I would love
murder
to investigate
there's this murder database where it's like basically it's called accountability
database.
No, it's called the Murder Accountability. No, it's not Murder Accountability Project. What is it? Maybe it is. No, it is Murder Accountability Project. Sorry, murderdata.com. And this is how you can basically search for unknown serial killers. You can like sort by metro area and by like the type of the way in which the person was murdered, and like basically you can parse the data and try to detect serial killers. Like I found 3 women who were all strangled with rope within the same 2 years, like within 5 miles of my house, all in the San Gabriel Valley. Like, I feel like we could find like a serial killer, like live.
Didn't Patton Oswalt's wife find the Golden State Killer?
She did.
Something like that?
No. Patton Oswalt's wife wrote a lot about the Golden State Killer, and she is the one who popularized the name Golden State Killer. But they found the Golden State Killer via DNA.
Golden State Killer was a cop?
Very briefly, yeah. He was a cop in Auburn, California, which is where my wife went to high school.
What's up? Auburn HS.
Auburn.
Go
I
Horses.
believe it is Auburn High School. Yeah, he was a cop, and he got fired from his job for stealing dog repellent from a hardware store. Which, obviously dog repellent is what he used when he committed his crimes. Let's hunt a killer and then catch a predator and make them fight to the death for entertainment, says Sarah Walker 84. I agree with that. I feel like we never really successfully caught a predator, Vilo. I feel like we've only dipped our toes in that.
I agree with that.
Not to keep using hot tub speak.
It's
but
hard to, go ahead.
No, that was
Oh,
it.
you mean dipping your toe is hot tub speak.
That's right.
It's hard to really get a verified predator,
What do you mean? If
Chris Hansen
hold
had
on,
a
if we were
team-
on the dark web and we were posing as like a 14-year-old and the person continued the conversation, that's a verified predator.
Chris Hansen had a team of people in their 30s and their 50s writing instant messages as children as young as 12 years old or 11 or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah, it's just a lot of work has to go.
But Chris
into it.
Hansen is
A lot of
barely
work's gotta go
cogent.
into
You know
it.
what I mean? Like he seems to be puppeted by a small fraction of his brain, Bilo. I'm saying we can. Wow, hot fire coming from Sarah Walker 84 asking, "What have you guys actually followed through with?" Not.
It's a great question.
It's a great question.
It's a great question. This is Stimmy week. This is Stimmy week at Dark Matters.
Is it?
Yeah, it
We
is.
should just keep making it bigger. Like every week that we don't send it out, the amount should increase
Yeah.
by like $5 or something.
Seems fair.
Like we'll just put for every
We
okay.
just all want the Bilo family mug.
Yeah.
The Bilo family mug. I'll see how many Bilo family mugs I can produce.
Let's print a run of them. Oh my god, I want one so bad. Oh my god, Bilo, come on. Just scan it. Just scan the photo and just print more.
I'll see if I can get that done. I'll have to
All
ask
right.
my mom. I think
everybody's getting
scan
a
the photo.
Bilo family mug. I love it. And it's got your uncle on there too, right?
Oh.
Yes, my uncle is on there.
Bilo, didn't Chris Hansen also say that you and myself were both predators?
Yes, he did. He did.
Wait.
Because, Michael Bilo, it's you want to go out there and catch predators on the dark web. I'm going to tell you not to do it,
By
Michael
the way,
Bilo.
check out my show, Michael Bilo, at my show. You can check out my show on YouTube. Check out my show. Check out my show. By the way, Chris Hansen. By the way, take a seat with Chris Hansen. Take a seat. Oh my God. What do you think he's doing right now? Hold on. I'm gonna try. Where do you think he lives? I'm gonna try to find his phone number on Spokio. But there's
Where do I
so
think he
many people are
lives?
gonna be named that. Yeah.
I'm sure he lives in like Agora Hills or whatever, or Castell.
Nah, he lives in Reseda.
Chris Hansen.
Well,
news.
You know what? Just look for places that aren't within like 5 miles of school.
Yeah, got him. All right, I'm gonna look up his wife. Mary Joan Hansen. Oh, they got divorced. Never mind. But maybe it will say in the article where they live.
Damn.
We're gonna call Chris Hansen tonight. I bet you I'll be able to find him. Okay, files for divorce. I'm on an article here. Share 2 children. Financial disputes. They're going to be in. Hansen's and Jones split came 7 years after he was caught cheating on her with NBC anchor Kristen Cadell. Living separate lives on opposite coasts. Okay, which coast is he on? On Us Weekly here. Let's find this guy. Okay, files for divorce. June 5th, 2018. Court documents obtained by radar. Where do you find court documents?
Libya got probably go and then you can just search by
Frankie.
Yeah.
I just typed in on Google, Chris Hansen lives in blank.
Yeah.
And it said Stamford, Connecticut.
Oh. Oh, yeah, that's what it says on Wikipedia. Chris Hansen's house in Stamford, Connecticut. I think he still lives there. Got busted for writing bad checks? What? Oh, God, there's a mugshot.
More about Chris Hansen.
Chris Hansen. Oh, Connecticut police. Oh, he's not going to be awake then. Chris Hansen got... No wonder he's on Cameo. He got busted for writing bad checks. Oh, my God. To catch predators, Chris Hansen charged with harassment.
Oh, boy.
The court documents list a civilian as the
I mean, isn't
complainant.
that weird?
due in Hoboken, New Jersey. He's due in court in Hoboken, New Jersey. According to police, the summer of 2017, Hansen ordered several promotional items, including T-shirts, mugs, and decals from a local company for upcoming marketing events. Hansen was given a bill and agreed to pay for the items in full before they were delivered, but the check he issued nearly 3 months after receiving an invoice bounced. The owner of the vendor reached out to Hansen, but after the television host wrote a second check in 2018 that also bounced, the owner contacted police. When investigators contacted Hansen, he refused to speak on the issue. A warrant was issued for his arrest. Also in January, Hansen was evicted from his home in New York City. Wow. Yikes.
Big yikes.
So it sounds like show right price.
Yeah, it feels like it, right? We could probably just
the
email
Strelly
him,
price.
email him through Cameo. You know Cameo lets you pay money to email the people now?
Much.
Christopher Edward Hansen. Christopher E. Hansen, 59. Bolton, Connecticut. Oh my god. Could this be his phone number? You think this is...
I think he's 61 now.
61?
Yeah, the last thing I saw said 61.
Oh yeah, that's what Wikipedia says. Oh, we have a special guest coming. Ice cream cone coming through.
Okay, so I believe I found it. Christopher Hansen, Citibank, South Dakota. I got the docket number here. I'll link it. Sorry.
Oh yeah, Citibank versus Hansen. I see it on here. Represented himself in court.
You never go per se. That's so wrong for people who do that.
It says self-rep. Christopher Hansen, self-rep. Oh, this is from 2010. Order. This is interesting to me, at least. This is like my Choose Your Own Adventure. Oh my god. Michael Biloh's fallen asleep. Oh.
No, that's not true. I am very tired though. I can't deny that.
I'm trying to come up with this.
When was this happening? Because there's another one from 2021.
Yeah, this says 2018.
No, that's just a foreclosure. I mean, it still could be him, though.
Yeah.
Should we try to live in the house that was foreclosed on by the bank?
Yeah.
He was paying it with that.
Seems appropriate.
Yeah. NBC wanted to keep catching predators until his hair fell off, but here we go.
Yeah.
Wait, what was his wife's name again?
Mary Joan.
Jean? Oh.
I believe.
Yeah. Oh, that's it. Yeah, those are all him. And the last four, there's his divorce up top, and then U.S. Bank Trust versus Hansen is foreclosure. This is him.
Up top where?
Here, I'll send you the link for his divorce. If you just do Chris Hansen in the search.
Oh yeah. Oh, I see it. I see it. Oh yeah, Mary Joan Hansen versus Christopher Hansen. This seems appropriate that we should be able to just read this on the internet.
I agree. I think we should be able to read it. It's public. It's a matter of public record.
Should we sue each other just so that there would be like a record on here for somebody to look up?
Probably not, but it couldn't hurt.
I just went to court yesterday, actually.
You went to traffic court. Is that correct?
It's very true. I went to traffic court. I also went to the DMV, which, back to back was a very stressful, 3-hour chunk of my day in El Monte. But yeah, no, it was weirdly, because you can't have your phone in there.
Got a special guest coming on the way.
There's no
here.
incentive getting there early.
So that's nothing unless you've been in court in handcuffs and a orange jumpsuit, almost passing out from a panic attack.
Chest Devil, have you been in court in a orange jumpsuit? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, a friend of mine.
Yeah. Well, a friend of yours has lived quite the life. What was the situation behind your friend being in court there?
Yeah, so the reason I can't go to Canada.
I see.
I missed a court date. Yeah, I missed a court date, and they picked me up. And then the judge was so mad that I missed the court date that they left me or my friend in a jail in Nashville for about a week.
Wow.
And when you used to go to jail in Nashville, you would just, it wasn't even a jail. It was a basketball court, like a gymnasium with bunks in it. That was a rough week for Chest Devil.
Yeah.
But there's some stories if you want them.
Well, yeah, we got to have the prison chronicles of Chest Devil
Absolutely, absolutely.
It sounds a lot like what my friend Martin Shkreli is going through right now. I'm on Chris Hansen's Instagram right now.
Kate Morgan's ghost is comparing me to her dog resisting bedtime, which is tough, but I think quite true.
Our special guest is here.
I will tell you. I think quite true.
We've got a very special guest, other than my
very special guest.
My very loud door.
Oh, it's a person. Hi, Reggie.
Skeletor.
Oh my goodness.
That's right, Reggie Skeletor Gutman is here. Yeah, you see.
Hi, Reggie. Mwah.
What do you want to say to everybody, Reg? You want to say something? What do you want to say?
Yeah, Reggie, say something. Say something.
Say goo. You say goo.
Looks like Reggie's more focused on the chat.
Yeah.
Reggie's a fan of the Horny Crew.
Oh, there you are. Hey, honey.
I mean, it's how we came into this
What?
world, you know?
Yeah, you can leave him with me.
Yeah. Oh.
You're gonna what?
Wait.
You're gonna go get a
can you
chocolate
start
shake?
reading a Choose Your Own Adventure,
Okay.
and then
Alright, we're
Reggie,
gonna have both
depending on
Gutman
the way
brothers.
they lift their hand, picks the
Oh.
actual action.
Here's the other
That could
Gutman
be
brother.
fun. Though
I don't know if you can
there
see,
does
though.
appear to be a couple of 3x choices.
This is the Oscar cam. Hi, Reg. Let me see if I. Here he is. He's doing. Flips.
Is he like standing up? Is he doing?
Yeah, he's
yeah.
doing flips in his crib. This is what he does. This is what he does all night instead of sleeping.
Is it time to get him a bed? Like, is that doesn't really
the
seem
crib
like a
turns
solution
into a
to doing
bed, but
flips.
he likes the crib.
Okay.
He likes the cribby, as he says. Okay,
Yeah.
Reggie, we've got a request from the
It's a
chat
sweet
here.
summer call he just did.
We've got a request from the chat to describe your birth experience. Oh, watch your head, Bubba. You wanted to school? Describe your birth experience, bro. How was it? You say goo. Come on. You're so chatty all the time. Here, I'll get you to talk. Hi. Hi. There's that smile. Will you say a goo?
My goodness.
Will you say a
Oh
goo?
my goodness.
Can you say goo? Say
Yeah.
a
Can
goo.
you say goo?
Can you say
A
hi? Ah. Oh. Ah? I think he's too mesmerized by the computer. All right, Reg, hold on. Let's see if we have any calls. Reg, do you want to take some calls? Let's see what we got. It's just Hunter and Chest Devil. I don't want to say just, of course, but it just means we don't have anybody new.
Yeah.
What do you see? Did you hear the Choose Your Own Adventure? What did you think of it? You didn't like it? What happened?
We couldn't tell either.
Yeah.
Oh no, he really doesn't like to choose your own adventure.
Yeah. Oh, don't tell me you're hungry.
Oh, I have a question for Reggie.
Okay, Reg, you've got a question for you. Oh, I don't have my windscreen on. All right, there's a question for you, Reg.
Did you see the trailer for the Tomorrow War?
Okay, Reg, we got a question from Hunty. Hunty is asking if you've seen the trailer for the film The Tomorrow War. What do you think, Reg? What do you think? Here,
Starring Chris Pratt.
Here, talk into the mic. What do you want to say? Say goo. You usually are so chatty, dude. What's going on? Is it dark in here? Is it too dark in here?
Is it too dark?
Is it too dark, Bubba? Oh, here, I'll make it brighter. Here, look. I'll make my computer brighter. There you go. Now it's nice and bright. Kate Morgan's Ghost asking to see my breastfeeding skills. Oh, it's very bright now.
Hey, Rick.
Okay, sounds like we have another question.
Reggie, first time, long time fan.
Yeah.
Chest Double here. Just like to ask, speaking of the Tomorrow War, it's kind of a follow-up.
Okay.
Did you like the name Ghost Draft better than Tomorrow War?
Okay, so Reggie, this is a follow-up about Tomorrow War. Chest Double wants to know, did you like the name Ghost Raft? What is it? Bilo's asleep again.
Ghost
We've
Draft.
got some requests for me to breastfeed the baby. I mean, he will latch on if I try to do it. He will do it. Remember when that guy did that Twitch show and he had his kids taken away from him because he tried to breastfeed his baby live on the air? That's what they're going to say, Reg. Hi. Talk to the people. What's your opinion? So give me your opinion on Tomorrow War. Yeah? Pilo's asleep
I just
again.
want to say your stage picture right now is beautiful.
We've got Birth of the New and Death of the Old here as Bilo loses consciousness.
It's true. I am losing it, but I still have something of a grip on it.
Westworld Live asking, how did I find that out?
Reggie,
Oh, if you
what do
put
you think
anything
they're
that looks like a
bringing
nipple
Dexter
near a
back?
baby, the baby will go for it. I'm sorry, Chestel, I talked over you.
My apologies. Reggie, what do you think that they're bringing Dexter back?
Oh, that's a great question, Reg. Dexter, that's a Showtime show about a serial killer who only kills people who deserve it. What do you think about them bringing that back for another season, Reg? What do you think about that? What do you think? You are so quiet tonight, bro. I actually was assuming he was gonna make noise because you're a really chatty baby, right, bro? This is baby. This is Baby Matters. If you want to talk to a baby, give us a call 818-650-3275. You can talk to a baby. This is Reggie Gutman, of course. A
baby or an adult falling asleep.
Yeah,
one of the two.
A baby or an adult falling asleep, basically the same thing. Oh, you know what we talked about last week? Army of the Dead. I watched like the first 45 minutes of it because that's about all I could stand to watch.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Did you notice the dead pixel?
I didn't. I did not notice the dead pixel. I know people have been up in arms about a dead pixel, which is hilarious to me. There's like 40 million pixels or whatever. If one of them is dead. I mean, the whole fucking thing is blurry. Who cares if one of the pixels is dead? You can't see 80% of the frame anyway.
Yeah, he bought some lenses off eBay, which apparently were fucked up.
I literally, I didn't know that, and I was watching it, and I was like, this whole movie looks like it's shot on, like, I was like, this movie looks like it was shot at like f1.2 or something. Like he just bought like a DSLR and just shot it himself. And I guess that's actually better than what he actually did. He bought like some really old like rangefinder lens. He shot the whole movie on one lens. It's like, which is like very evident.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't realize this until earlier today when I was reading it. Apparently, now people think it's a time travel movie too.
Well, there's robot zombies in it as well.
Like, it doesn't have to, you don't have to put everything in the movie. You're Zack Snyder, you're going to get another chance.
It was a fun watch. I also read that they actually, when we talked about Tig Notaro, apparently she wasn't there for any of the scenes. It was just her on green screen.
Yeah, you could tell.
Batista never met her once.
Yeah, you could tell that she was not there. I thought it was actually pretty. A few of the shots were bad, but oh no, what happened? Come. Sorry, what'd I do? I thought a lot of it was pretty impressive, actually, to where I think you only noticed it about 20% of the time, where it was like blatant, and it's like, well, you just don't put her in that shot if it looks bad. But some of it was like, wow, they spent like some poor sap in like Hungary or South Korea spent like 2 months trying to get this one shot to look like Tig Notaro was really in that shot. Hi, you didn't like the movie?
If you finished watching it, you could definitely see a couple scenes where they left Talia in the movie. Towards the end, when they're in the helicopter.
Oh yeah, I watched I think like 45 minutes of it. If you're just tuning in, you want to know what's going on right now. My name is Frankie. I am the co-host here. My co-host Michael has fallen asleep. He is at his house. There, he's fallen asleep. This is my son Reggie. He's 3.5 months old. He's joining me right now for this segment. It's called After the Matters. This is our official after show. We've got Hunty on the line. We've got Chess Devil on the line. We've got friends in the chat. We've got strangers in the chat. We're here with you tonight. And you can give us a call. It's 818-650-3275. If you call that right now, you will get on the air right away. That is my promise to you. I'm getting a text here. Hey, honey, do you want a soda from Jack in the Box? All right, I'm going to make a poll in the chat whether I want a soda from Jack in the Box. You will choose my fate here. Sorry, Reggie.
I know you're going vegan now. Please get at least one taco. It's not even real meat.
I won't eat it, but yeah. I'll get it. All right, I've put a poll up there. Should I get a diet soda from Jack in the Box? This is a real choose your own adventure show. What do you think, Reg? Hi. Why were you crying before? What happened? Hi. You see all the people? You see the computer? Oh, I think your brother fell asleep. Let's check. So Reggie's brother Oscar is in his crib sleeping right now. We can check the live feed here. Let's see what's going on there. Lower it. Yes, Oscar is asleep. One of the Gutman brothers is breaking news here. One of the Gutman brothers is asleep, so that means And out of all of the men between my house and Bilo's house, 50% of them are now asleep. This is really exciting. This is a show where we keep broadcasting even while people are asleep. All right, the chat has voted yes. I'm going to put that in my... Hi, Reg. Oh, sorry, Bubba. All right, well, it's almost midnight. Bilo's asleep. I've got a baby. I think maybe we can pull the plug right now. Maybe we can go to bed. I just feel like, well, Bilo's already asleep. One of my kids is asleep. I've got a soda on the way. I've got to fix a hot tub. There's a lot going on. I'm so glad everybody was with us here tonight as we did this choose your own adventure book. Next week is going to be the big one, folks. It's the hot tub show. I don't know if it's going to be my hot tub. I don't know if it's going to be another hot tub, but next week, Bilo and I will make sure he does not fall asleep. We're going to be doing the show live, hopefully from my hot tub. We're going to have Hunty in a kiddie pool. Hunty, you still... Oh, I lost my connection to the phone. To the phones. There's another sign. There's another sign that we should end the show, as I lost my connection to the phones without trying to do anything. Those are the powers that be telling us it's time to sign off. All right, you're scratching me, dude. I'm sorry. You want to look at the screen? We're gonna have Hunty in a kiddie pool. We might even be able to have audience. We've got some room in that hot tub room. We might send out an early newsletter. I've lost my Skype, guys. I can't connect back to the phone, so we're gonna call it off. Next week, hot tub show. This is Dark Matters. Reg, did you have any final words for everybody? You say goo? That's okay. Okay. All right. Well, it's gonna leave Michael Bilo asleep in his office, and we'll see you guys next week. And we will be in warm water. All right. Good night.